Welcome back to Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA. Today's episode, powered by Perfect Sports Nutrition, is about how to make your kicks faster, and it's also for keyboard warriors asking why I don't pivot all the time with my kicks. All right, today's episode, we're talking about getting your kicks faster. And as I mentioned in the open, it's also about the keyboard warriors asking why I don't pivot all the time. So this one question, okay, is gonna answer both of these answers. No, that one, both of those questions. I don't even know what that fucking means, whatever. Okay, redo. Welcome back to Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA. Today's episode, powered by Perfect Sports Nutrition, is all about how to make your kicks faster, and for the keyboard warriors asking why I don't pivot on my kicks all the time. All right, in today's episode, we're going to talk about how to make our kicks faster. And this question was actually brought to me at the forum section at bazookatraining.com, so I thought it was a good one to answer for everybody. So, the question is how to make your kicks faster. And there's been tons of videos out there showing you different exercises. We saw band training, we saw ankle weights to kind of resist, okay? So many different ways. But I'm gonna tell you the best way, and it actually comes from a technical thing you can change. So, like I mentioned earlier, right? Why don't I pivot? So, pivoting is one of the first things you need to talk about to make your kicks faster. So, what does that mean? What a pivot is, everyone should know by this point of watching my channel, is pivoting to create and generate power. I need to create a round technique, I need pivot. Even when you throw hooks, that pivoting helps you get your body mechanics in line to generate the power. So, when I want to generate a lot of power, okay, sometimes the speed is compromised, right? We all know that. You have to try a little bit harder and go. So if Matt and I want to kick as hard as I can, I need to pivot nice. So I'm going to take a little step out, and you notice, boom, when I kick, my pivot, okay, is at least 90 degrees. So I might be starting here, but the time I throw my power kick, my toes at least pointing 90 degrees, sometimes even more, okay? So what it is, it's a very powerful kick, right? But it requires me to kind of get out of position, boom, right? It's a little slower, okay? But you get the power, so that's one of the benefits. But I want to make it faster. Now, to make the kick faster, you want to pivot less. The less you pivot, okay, the faster you can get the kick out and the faster you can return. So, ideally, okay, now I talked about the 90-degree pivot. Now I'm only going to pivot that front foot about 45 degrees. And then right away, you're going to notice a big difference. So half spin, half, boom. Okay, it's a little quicker already. So from this angle, power style, boom, I went over 90 degrees. Now when I want to go quick, boom, okay, it's 45 degrees. That's all you're looking for. This much pivot. 45 versus 90. So understanding the pivot is going to determine power versus speed. Okay? The other thing is how fast you want the combinations to go. If I'm throwing, say, a jab cross hook before my round kick, if it's all power, right, I'm going to pivot and make sure I pivot all the way. But if it's all about being quick and then being able to block again, I'm going to pivot less. So this is with big power. So 1, 2, 3, I kick, boom. Okay, hard pivot, hard power. Now when I want to go quick, watch the pivot change, okay? So it goes quick, 1, 2, 3, quick, boom, and I'm back, okay? 45 quick pivots, gonna give you that quicker kick, okay? So that's key number one. Key number two now, okay, is another very important one, and that's about extension, okay? Now, a lot of times when you learn the round kick, some people might actually teach you kick with a straight leg. So from here, they require you to keep it straight. So boom, right? You're using that big, long, batted power style from that rear side. But, okay, key to good fighting is a balance between power and speed. Sometimes when you're too fast, you don't bring the power, okay? So this is where you want to have and understand that you need a little bit of both. So the straight leg is a little slow. It's a little labored, okay? So a lot of times, okay, the kick might come and I have a slight bend in my knee, okay? So you can see slight bend in my knee. Now, just before the target, I add the extension, the snapping of the technique. And that snapping is what's going to create that little bit of speed, and it's going to create that end impact that you're looking for, right? Because ultimately, the impact between power and speed is different. Okay, and I really want you to listen to the difference, okay? First one is power, second one is speed, okay? So power, more straight leg. The second one, you're going to see that little extension snap. So power through, okay? Hard weighted power, okay? Now when I go quick, you're going to hear a little bit more explosion like, okay? Hear that louder difference because of the extension in the leg. So it's coming nice and fast naturally. Last second, the extension of my quadricep gives me that hard impact. Now, quickness, right, also means how fast I can get my foot back, okay? So I can even throw the fastest kick, but if I fall forward, right, I'm fast. Okay, I'm going to get hit, I'm going to get countered, I don't care how fast it is, you're not in a good position. And it was an incomplete technique. You rushed it without finishing it. Okay, the preparation phase, the launch phase, the action phase is all great. But the recovery, the follow through is terrible, right? Because we're falling. So just because it's a faster kick, if you're not in a good position, I don't care how fast it is. So that's why not over pivoting is going to help. By not over pivoting, I can bring my back foot faster, okay? So quick pivot, boom, back out. Look how fast it is. Now when I go power with a full pivot, boom, it's a little bit more slower because I have more pivot to be able to get my foot back. The more you pivot, the more it has to come back and then have to exit. It's that little bit slower, okay? So, quick recap for you. In order to speed up your kicks, okay, first thing I recommend is understand not all pivoting and kicks are the same, all right? You need to understand that, right? So, when I even throw the quarter, you know, pivot in that foot, I might even change the angle. If I'm throwing something really round, it's slow. If I throw more of a 45 kick on an angle, it's faster, okay? So even changing the angle helps, right? Because I don't pivot as much means I can't turn this hip over, which means now my kick angle might have to come more up. But the up kick on a 45 is faster than a round kick, so I can go here, okay? Now when Matt goes round, still good, still fast, but you'll notice there's a little bit of a difference, okay? I wish I had a speedometer here to kind of get you to understand the speed difference, okay? But if you're over pivoting, you got more power, slower return. If you pivot less, you got more speed, more of an up angle, and ultimately, power versus speed comes from the extension in the leg. The more you snap your kick, the better, right? If Matt just holds one hand, the fastest kick you're ever going to see is probably a Taekwondo style kick. So you see here, and they quick, bam, it's quick and go. But we're talking about mixed martial arts, UFC, kickboxing. That stuff doesn't really fly as much here. It'll land good, but we want that power-speed balance because that's when you get the best bet. You get more impact, you get more power, more finishes, and it just looks technically better, okay? So the balance between speed and power is the key. But as a martial artist, the ability to adapt is important. When you want to hit with power, guess what? Less pivot. Okay, so if you want to get more power, you pivot more, less extension in the leg. If you want to kick faster because you're boxing and maybe they're countering quicker, you want to kick and return, pivot less and get more snap into the technique so you can counterbalance yourself, right? And boom, and get back into your quicker stance to keep fighting, all right? It's incomplete to kick fast. You got to return fast and be ready to fight again. Now, the bigger video, what I could do if I really wanted to make your kicks faster, I'm a believer in the weight room. Get your squats and be able to periodize your training. Squat to explosive jumps, trap bar to, long jumps, okay? There's different ways to train your muscles to be able to fire quicker, okay? So mixing good strength training with explosive training, very important. Mixed with extension of the quad and pivoting, your kicks are faster, okay? So, yes, there's a way to make them faster, and it mostly comes technical. Don't follow all of these banded exercise, weights on the ankles. To me, it actually creates more damage. The more weight you put on your ankle, the more stress it's gonna put on your hips and your knees, and you're gonna actually do worse things to the technique of your kick. So, speed it up by those tips I gave you in today's video. All right, I hope you enjoyed today's episode and workout, okay? I want you to, one, support the channel sponsors, Perfect Sports Nutrition, code Bazooka20 to get 20% off of your order, Hayabusa Fight for all your Hayabusa gear, and we have bazookashop.com for bazooka gear, and last but not least, bazookatraining.com. For $9.99 a month, you get workouts from me, okay? From your home, anywhere in the world, you get a home workout, you get a bag workout, a tutorial, as well as sparring drills, okay? So it covers all aspects. If you got equipment and a bag at home, you do the bag workout. Sometimes you don't have anything at home, you got your home workout that you can literally do in a small amount of space with no equipment needed. If you have a partner, right, and you're actively competing, you got the sparring drills, but all of them work together. In my opinion, you should be working home, okay, as well as the bag work and your sparring drills all together to get the best. Because I teach different things in each one. So weekly, you get, every Monday, you get all 4 of those videos new every single week. All right, $9.99 a month, bazookatraining.com, and we'll see you next week. Boom! Welcome to Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA online training. I'm Bazooka Joe Valtellini, the owner here at Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA. Over the past year, I've designed and created a website to teach Bazooka curriculum at home and across the world. The purpose of this website is for you to, one, hit your fitness and health goals, all while learning world-class martial arts instruction from me. The beautiful thing about this website, it's geared for all levels. So if you're learning martial arts for the first time as a beginner, we help you progress into the bigger stages. And if you're a pro fighter, guess what? We have different fight concepts for you to improve your tool set and your skills in the ring or cage. As the fastest rising kickboxing world champion and a lifelong martial artist with over 30 years of experience, I've been able to combine my passion for martial arts and teaching to create this website. This website is going to give you some of the tricks, secrets, and inside look at some of the training I use to win my world title. Once you subscribe to this site, you're going to be getting weekly training videos and tutorials that you can do from anywhere. The sections are broken up into 3 parts. The first is bag workout. So if you have a bag at home or at your gym, you can use these workouts to supplement your training. The second is at-home workouts. A lot of us don't have the room for a bag or a bag in general, so these workouts are for no equipment needed and you can do them anywhere. And finally, the tutorial section. If you're having any problems with a specific technique or fight concept that's covered in any of the workouts, go to the tutorial section, learn the technique, and then go back to the workout, and this time, do it with proper technique. One of the added benefits once you subscribe is the forums section, where you can get a more personalized experience where you can ask questions and I'll be able to go in there and answer them. It's all about building a team and a community of martial artists helping each other grow. So subscribe now to get access to all the videos plus more so you can be part of the squad here at Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA.